What is up, my friends, and welcome to the multi-tier tournament. Tier 3 Grand Finals, the entire season, and one of the most competitive divisions in all of the multi-tier tournament comes down to this right here. My name is Bull Skunk, alongside Chef Billy, although Billy looks like he vanished, ran away. That's all right. It's all right. We'll get Billy back here. There he is. There you are, Billy. I was missing your handsome face. It took you a moment to pop up there. Oh, I've been looking forward to this. Like, this is rubber meets the road. Winner takes all. Phantasma Dryazm versus Titans Academy. Tell me about these teams, Billy.
I mean, both of them are coming in as the number one seeds from the third and fourth divisions, respectively, here in Tier 3, one of our biggest divisions here in the CGL. And, looking at Titans Academy, they came in on a 7-2 record. They were still top of Division 4. Phantasma Dryazm coming in as the number one seed, only having lost one match in the regular season. And they had a pretty decent path going through the playoffs. The biggest of note right now, OFA Bronwyn. They were in the semifinals last year, and they met up with Phantasma here in the semifinals this year and got denied by Dryazm. So what are we looking for from Dryazm? We're looking for some DPS pop off. We're looking for some really good support core as well. I've heard nothing but great things about the support line of Dryazm. What I'm looking for from Titans Academy, though, I've heard that there's some flanks, there's some definite pop-off moments that could occur. I need to see it because I haven't seen either one of these teams this year yet. I mean, it's been a very busy casting year for us, and we just didn't have the time to get to everybody. But, I do listen. I'm very active in the Discord. You guys all know that. I try to find out as much about you guys as I can, and, man, I have been looking forward to this one for quite some time. I got to tell you right now, King Bowser, the captain of Titans Academy, told me that they had some serious problems dealing with the coordination that was coming out of Dryazm. So that's going to be something that I'm going to be looking for. I'm going to be looking for the coordinated movements. Who is their IGL? Who is the one that is doing the shot calling? And let's see if we can actually translate that to what we're seeing on the screen.
Sure.
Because it's a beautiful thing. It's a motion. It's a symphony in motion if it's done the right way. And to hear that from a captain against an opposing team, that's some serious praise indeed.
And coming from Titans Academy, captained by, like you said, King Bowser, and also Uvial Author. Uvial Author is a name that really stands out to me. We saw lots of great things from for the past two tournaments. But Titans Academy had to go through a very strong Dorgon to get here in the semifinals. Dorgon were able to take out Golden Hour, who was the number one seed overall. And I think a lot of people had it as the faves for T3. Titans Academy took down a very strong Dorgon who managed to kill Golden Hour. So, I mean, both of these teams are coming in with a full head of steam. Both of these teams have had a rough road to get here and have come out on top. And they're both going to want this grand finals. They both want the crown. It's not going to be for lack of will here, Billy. That's for certain.
I mean, everybody crowned Golden Hour the champion of CGL by week 6. Or for Tier 3 by week 6. I remember that very distinctly. The few matches that we did get in the Tier 3 scene, it was always Golden Hour was the standard for everybody to beat. So for Titans Academy to beat them down like that,
well, it was Dorgon who beat them down, and then Titans Academy beat down Dorgon. So I mean, that just by property of association or whatever, like that speaks volumes for the strength of this Titans Academy team. As we take a look at our map pool here for our grand finals. Grand finals are, of course, a 1st to 4, with your high seed picking the first map, which I believe was Titans. I mean, it was Dryazm in this, though it's a little unclear on that. Like, once we're coming from 4 different divisions, these teams were neck and neck, both number one seeds. But Phantasma had the higher record, so I assume they chose first map. It will be loser pick from there. So if you go down early, you still have a choice to take us to the battlefield of your choosing, where your strengths lie, and try to bring it back. But Lijiang Tower is where we're going to start off our grand finals matchup.
Love this map. I mean, it's a very. I mean, I almost prefer it as like a closing map 5, just because of the dramatic differences between the maps. I think the only other control map that is more dramatic and more varied, honestly, is Busan. For me, But I mean, still, Lijiang, beautiful. One of my favorite maps. I'm not a fan of control maps in general, but I think this one offers the most drama. So yeah, I'm very much looking forward to this.
Well, going into this, we're keeping our sharp eye on these DPS lines. Swiggity Slide, Twitch Kizzo for Phantasma, Lone Wolf Cryptic for Titans Academy. This is going to be a bout. This one's going to get bloody, my friends, and I can't wait to get it started. In fact, let's go ahead. We'll get this thing starting to load up. We are now arriving at Lijiang Tower.
Now arriving at Lijiang Tower. I mean, you know, and we're going to start out on Control Center. So brawl, brawl, brawl. Punch your opponent in the face as much as you can. Try to stay up and make sure that your support keeps you up through the mid-fight. That is the name of this game right now. Also, speed kill. As we're looking, we see double Lucio's on the board right now. It's going to be anti versus burst healing in the support line. So really, Miratani right now in Dryazm, they need to get up there. They need to get into their face. And, you know, hopefully Rusty can get in there and drop an anti and just deny all that healing uptime for Titans Academy.
Yeah, Titans Academy coming out with the Reaper and the Doom because they use that Symmetra to get out of spawn first. Both teams actually kind of arrived simultaneously into white. This is indeed a bloodbath immediately. Swiggity finding a pair of kills. Twitch finding a pair of kills. And Phantasma are going to pick up first control on our opening round.
Boy, and I mean, I thought that I was going to go a completely separate way. Cryptic landed a haymaker on the Miratani, and he went down in a heap with the focus fire coming out of Titans Academy. But Nene Swiggity Slide on the side, getting 3 in that fight, and that is first capture going over to them already. Looking at ultimates, I mean, you're looking at Twitch on this Genji, getting the dash throw on Cryptic, one of the DPS out of the fight. Already 80% to a Dragon Blade. That is going to be filthy. Looking for Nano Blade in the next fight.
Yuviel already in trouble and down, dusted, back in spawn. That's 2 kills swiftly for Phantasm, and they're going to hold the door.
Oh, they're going to hold the door indeed. I mean, Yuviel almost has Shatter online. Miratani, exactly the same kind of charge, but Upriser having the benefit of not dying yet. 82% to grab. You can grab the door and just get all that delicious damage going in there. Probably going to try and pair it with either a grab or a Death Blossom.
And that's going to be the Coalescence Interrupted. The Blade coming out, the Nano bolstering it, and 4 kills under Twitch's belt. That is what I'm talking about. Fast and furious with a deft hand. Twitch shuts down that attack.
Yeah, that is absolutely filthy. Well done. That's a win condition of its own. And they get to save the Graviton Surge to hold this this door. So they're going to have to worry about pathing right now. If you are Titans Academy, the pathing's going to have to be clean coming through. You have to know that Upriser has this Graviton Surge online. Also, CJ Cool's going to be able to deny a lot of damage coming in with the Sound Barrier. Do they choose to use it on tempo?
King Bowser does not have one of their own. So if the grab comes out quick, Titans Academy could be in a lot of trouble, and it is indeed going to come out as soon as they cross through the door. Somebody up just in the nick of time, and the Death Blossom gets shut down. What a play. King Bowser finding that final blow. CJ Cool's able to pick up 1, and they're going to go ahead and drop their own Sound Barrier. They're not going to wait for the grab. The grab now comes out after, and the shields are fading, and the kills are coming through, but it's a 1-for-1 trade down the board. Nano Boost thrown onto Miratani as the overtime wick starts to burn. And they're able to smash down Death. Rusty Mermaid Man gonna take down Bowser. And this is Phantasma with a clean 100-0. Holiday had swapped to that Ana, but I think it was too little too late.
Oh yeah, I mean, they got a Nano real quick. I mean, they were taking just a buttload of damage. So, I mean, the healing was obviously going to come up quick for Holiday there. But it was an Ana diff. It was an Ana diff because we saw the anti-nade being used to perfection there. So, you know, what we need to look for now is, you know, are they going to be able to answer the same kind of healing? And it looks like Titans Academy are going to swap up their support line to a Brig Bap. I don't hate this with the close quarters. You can get a lot of burst healing with the regenerative burst. You know, the Inspire uptime also will be huge in this. We'll just see if the Ana Lucio line can keep going on, because if you can get another well-placed nade, you're going to deny all that burst healing coming out of Titans Academy.
Twitch is on the Genji. I'd like to see him on a Junkrat or a Mei. We'll see if it'll work with this window strat, because this Junkrat's going to be vicious. Everybody's going to be in one spot. But Titans Academy don't go through the window, or they're late on the teleporter. I'm not quite sure. I was expecting them both to emerge through the window simultaneously, but no. It's going to be a little bit of a different strat from Titans Academy. They're just going to try to push through the front door. We'll see if they try to teleport into the back or if they're just going to try to brute force this thing.
Well, I mean, speed kills. They don't have a Lucio, so of course they got beat to the teleport side. So now you have to worry about, will Lone Wolf set up the teleporter and try to get behind them with it, or are they just going to get this microwave beam up to level 3 and just shred everybody's shields?
Yeah, that's seemingly what's going on here. That's 3 kills for Titans Academy. You got a pair from the other side, but it's now a 4v2 favoring Titans, moving on to this objective. Phantasma did manage to get some control going, and Uprising was going to stall for as long as possible, buy as much time as possible. Now Twitch is here doing the exact same. It's given time for Miratani to return, and they're finding some kills. They're overcoming this deficit, and all the while picking up percentage, Billy. Big charge in. Uviel could be in trouble. There's the shatter. What a play. What an ante. And Phantasma does not relinquish this point.
It was 2 dash resets from kills that you saw Twitch get in the last moments of contest there. Oh my word, hero play coming out of Twitch, and you have what you want now. You have the Dragon Blade online. You've also got the Photon Barrier available from Swiggity Slide as well. So that could play into Cryptic's Riptire. That's going to be something that we're looking for indeed.
Oh, there's just walls and particle barriers and everything all over this point. Big sleep into the back, and Uviel's in trouble. Has that Shatter. I'm not sure if they're going to get a chance to use it. Graviton Surge, Sound Barrier coming out from Phantasma as the Tire comes in from the other side. It's the supports of Phantasma picking up 2. Everybody getting into the mix. 5 different players finding final blows for Phantasma, and now they've got 80% on the board.
Yeah, Miratani went off the map there after that pin of Uviel. He's going to be able to get back to the point a lot faster than Uviel will, thanks to that Swiggity teleporter. So what are we looking for now? I mean, you've got Shatter Online. Death does not have this Graviton Surge. There's that beautiful anti-nade once again from Rusty.
Miratani Shatter got blocked, which is going to pull out the Katana. Selects through Lone Wolf. Moving on to Holiday, finds that kill. And it's enough to keep everybody from Titans Academy off the point. Phantasma come up with a 200-0 victory on Lijiang Tower, starting our grand finals off with a bang.
Steely, my story point, sir, not cool.
Yeah,
but
well, great minds
absolutely valid. Absolutely valid, because I mean they never got any kind of control here. So maybe control isn't their map. I never take a lot of stock. You and I both never take a lot of stock into control, even though that was pretty damn dominant pull skunk. So, I mean, the Genji pick absolutely worked. I mean, the escapability, the mobility that you see of the Genji, especially if you're getting those dash resets, you have a lot of mobility, and they just weren't able to focus down. Even the turrets of Symmetra, you would think would slow down a Genji a little bit. He was doing alt fire onto those and just taking them down as soon as they were popping up. So beautiful work. I think that the coordination that was described to me by King Bowser, we just saw on our screen.
Oh, that stall. That stall was the turning point of that map. Titans Academy were up 4-2 on that fight. And you had Twitch in there on the Genji, was able to get a dash reset through there, find a kill, and stay alive long enough for Miratani to get back onto the point. And once the Reinhardt was there, got the big charge, landed the Shatter, and they pull back from a 2v4 deficit and never lose control. That was insane. That was absolutely awesome.
Yeah, I mean, it was just beautiful. And the stall was real, and it was the mobility. Because, they were running a BAT brig there on Night Market. So, of course, you're going to get there a lot faster. And the teleporter never got dealt with either. So, even if a member of Dryazm was taken out, they still have the teleporter to get them back closer to the point and get back in contesting that point so much faster. So beautiful work out of Dryazm. They're up 1-0 here in our Tier 3 Grand Final.
I think Titans Academy also had a little bit of a misplay by not just teleporting through the window. Yes, you're absolutely spot on with the Lucio gave Phantasma the advantage, and they were probably going to get there first, but they're going to emerge from that teleporter all clumped up, and they had a Junkrat, Titans Academy did, and could have been able to just throw 2 mines in, and you do so much hurt to the teams as they're falling out of the teleporter with that Junkrat. I think that was a little bit of a misplay. Titans Academy missed their opportunity early to start off Night Market with control of the point. But now they have map pick. They have chosen Noombani for our hybrid map this evening. This is not one I don't think we've seen yet in the grand finals. Maybe not even in the postseason. as it's very high ground oriented, could be very dive oriented. Obviously, in T3, teams tend to fall back on their strengths. So I mean, if you're strong at brawl, stick with brawl. It can win you the game. But there's a lot of different options available on this map.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, thank God it's not King's Row again. I'm so tired of seeing King's Row. So, I mean, this is going to be a special treat for everybody. It's nutritious and delicious. So, I mean, looking at what we saw there, though, if Cryptic brings out this Junkrat again, depending on which side they're going to be on, high ground contest is super easy with the Junkrat. We've seen a 6-man tire on this map before, you and I, from Madly Dank Art. So we'll see how they path it, how they go around. I'm really liking Rusty Mermaid on this Ana, though. The healing output, the perfect nade placements, I think that's a big difference in this series so far.
Beautiful bio nades, absolutely well placed and well timed, more importantly. And like you said, yeah, Noombani is the home of my #1 play for all of spring 2020. Happened with that 6-man tire, interrupting the Graviton surge coming through from the other side because everybody's funneling in. Do we see another Junkrat as we head into this match today? Because you've got the most advantageous approaches for the attackers are through either the second floor on top of Hotel, you have to go through the small tunnel, or from underneath on the lower side of Hotel and get control of that Mega, but also moving through these tight corridors. A Junkrat can be absolutely punishing, devastating in those areas.
Especially if you pair it with, let's say, a BAP, which we did see him do on Night Market. You can just absolutely let the Junkrat go ham. And feel free to just spam those grenades, spam the concussion mines, and see what you can get out of it. So we'll see. We'll see what they decide to do here as we go into Noombani.
We're going to have Phantasma starting us off on the defense. Looks like no swaps from either side. Oh, I take that back. We are going to get Immortal Technique coming in for Holiday for Titans Academy in the support role.
Let's see. I mean, we've got kind of a greedy back line coming here from Titans Academy coming out on the offense here, running a little bit of this double bubble. What I'm looking for really is the spam damage coming in from Cryptic in the sky, and then the hack targets not being able to use the mobility or the escapability from Swiggity and Twitch there. So, I mean, Upriser on this Diva is going to have to really have the peel to get back for Rusty and CJ Cool, especially if they get hacked and targeted out by Lone Wolf.
Lone Wolf looking for something, just narrowly avoiding. Look at that, keeping that perfect distance from Swiggity. Look at this dancing. Wow, Lone Wolf just on top of their movement. Great precision, gets the manual. Wow. Swiggity goes down. Beautiful opening for Titans Academy on their first attack. Cryptic now join him on the high ground and is able to put some rockets into the back line, keep the Ana from healing the rest of the team. It's a couple of different scattered fights going on, and Twitch is able to kill Uviel up on that high ground. And, with their Winston gone, Titans Academy are forced to back up and reset. Great play from Twitch.
Yeah, he does go down, but you do have res available, so I don't know if they're going to be able to camp the body and prevent that. No, they do not, so Twitch back up into the fight. Looking at ultimates right now, King Bowser, both Mercies, of course, are going to be high in this charge right now. But what I'm looking at right now, Death is only 10 or 20% off of this grab. So, I mean, if you pair it with the barrage that Cryptic is very quickly farming as well, this could be an absolutely devastating fight for the side of Dryazm. Oh, great direct from Cryptic there onto Swiggity.
But Uviel goes down. Now Meritani is free to drop this Primal. Does get manually hacked, so they can't use that 2-second jump cooldown. I'm just going to drop down and find some heals. They're going to leap back up top, but here comes that Graviton Surge you were talking about. Cryptic over the top. Go ahead and drops the barrage. Not really able to find much in it. Now there's a self-destruct in their face. Ooh, nice dodge from Death. Able to avoid the self-destruct and drop down onto the point, but eats a bio nade. And now there's a nano boosted Swiggity with attack visor out. Is going to find 2, including that kill onto Death, and is going to help batter down Uviel as well. Phantasma thwarting yet another attack.
My goodness, Rusty put the perfect target focus there and putting that nano onto Swiggity. My word, that is lovely work. You might want to hold that for the Dragon Blade and give yourself a nano blade, but still. I think that you're absolutely getting the right work out of this. But EMP to this next fight should just about destroy any kind of a work here coming from Lone Wolf, even though he gets spotted out, and there's the pursuit coming from Miratani on the Wrecking Ball.
Yeah, forced to translocate out, but does have EMP online and ready to go. And I mean, the Nano Tech Visor want him to fight, so I'm not opposing to that. Speaking of Nanos, Uvial is going to be the recipient of 1 on the attack, but Cryptic has already gone down. +1 to defenders, and Uvial's in a lot of trouble. Nice boop immediately sends Rusty Mermaid into the void. Was going to batter down the Wrecking Ball, was like, nah, give me a squishy. Oh, look at that juggle. Beautiful juggle from Uvial. You love to see it. Twitch is going to go and pull out the blade late in this fight. Gets manually hacked and is now trying to run away. There was no escape. The blade was a bit ambitious there, Billy, as Titans Academy have firm control of this objective.
It really, really was ambitious, but I mean, they got what they needed out of it. And I mean, you know, you try to bring everything back as a whole there, and they just got denied out of it. Great great sleep on the Miratani. That's going to be the first point, and we're going to be looking at a pretty close tie break to actually being in overtime. But, you know, next fight, you know, they do have a couple of tools online to get them through this streets phase. Twitch denying or going off of this Genji now, bring out another hit scan in the Cowboy. So, looking for next fight. I mean, grab into Barrage would be a perfect time to lace that perfect combo out. However, you know, if they can get it, Rusty has this. Oh, he doesn't anymore. Sorry, he's deleted out of the server. Bye bye, Rusty. Miratani Mines coming up online will be able to stop this this push coming in from Titans Academy.
Yeah, I'm hoping Titans Academy will take out the Diva, and then it should open things up for that Grab Barrage combo. They gotta survive the mines first, as Immortal Technique drops to the shots from Twitch. Twitch has swapped over to the McCree for this fight, and has already found a pair of kills with the Peacekeeper, and is just sitting at the front of Green Bus, making life very difficult for Titans Academy.
He knows the rotation's coming from somewhere, so you can see him, his head is on his wheel, looking for Cryptic on this far. Finds him in the back. There is going to be the Diva being taken out of mech.
EMP is out. Do they even need the Barrage? They've already got a pair of kills. 4, actually, if you include the D-Mech. And Cryptic is going to hold on to this Barrage. Titans Academy continue to roll forward, but there is time for a late contest on the back of this point.
Oh, look at this evasibility coming out from CJ. Cool. I'm loving the Mercy right now.
I had to just leave the camera on Cryptic there. That was such an awesome chase going on.
Oh, but I mean, the EMP really does clean up the fight, and you know, not much time for a contest. What a hack in the sky for Lone Wolf, taking Miratani out of the ball form, and now Swiggy Slide dropping that tack visor. That's going to stop them right now. Do they have the tools to keep up this contest? There's the Barrage from Cryptic,
not with the Barrage, but the self-destruct is going to find 2 as well. And now it's down to a 2v2 on the point. The Deadeye from the high ground as the reinforcements show up for Phantasma, and they're going to stabilize. All they have is death left on the objective.
Yeah, and bye-bye. But the personal bubble gone. So, great last-second contest. I thought that hack that Lone Wolf got onto Miratani was absolutely going to win it for them. But Upriser, the equalizer with the self-destruct. Beautiful work from them. I'm really liking Upriser on this Diva as well. They are saving their DM for the moments that it really matters. They're taking the damage instead of trying to save their own mech, and really using that DM to deny all this spam and poke damage coming in from the outside.
And some wonderful PLs we're seeing put on display right there. Upriser immediately drops back to help take care of their back line. It is very low. The Immortality Field coming out is going to keep Upriser in mech, but here comes the EMP. That's a 4-man EMP, and Phantasma looking very low, but it's Titans Academy finding themselves in spawn. There's already 3 of them back, only half a team left. Now less than that as the kills light up the feed, and Phantasma, they are able to halt the cart with right at 1 meter left to go on point B.
What a contest. The EMP caught 4, but they just kited away from the damage coming in. Cryptic, I don't know if they took too close of a racket splash damage onto themselves, but took themselves out of the fight. Oh man, you hate to see that. But now there's a set win condition here for Dryazm. You just got to basically get it to point B, and you will take a 2-0 lead here in our Tier 3 Xbox NA Grand Final. And I mean, they bent, they got bent, and then bent some more, and they bent over some more, but they never completely broke. And that is something that you love to see from a tier 3 team, the ability to kite back from the damage and make sure that your supports stay up through the mid fight. We saw Upriser do it numerous times there on point B. The DM was always available. Even in the hack, they just body blocked to make sure that CJ Cool and Rusty were able to stay up through the mid fight. I'm really liking the coordination that was mentioned by King Bowser earlier today.
I mean, I felt like Phantasma were downright gymnasts on that one. Talking about bending but not breaking. I mean, that was just downright contortionism. But, I mean, now they're going on the attack with a pretty clear win condition. Just got to make it to the back of point B. Don't even have to quite cap it to grab their second dub in a row in our grand finals.
Looks like they're going to bring out Doomfist and the Torbjorn. So Twitch is going to have their head on the swivel. They're going to have to recognize where the turret is placed and just, evade the Autobot there. Still running the double bubble for the defense here as well. So you're going for stun and you're going for the res if you are the support line of Titans Academy.
Well, and also, this is where the flexibility of Phantasma is really shining, because Lone Wolf is counting on that Sombra. They're bringing the Torb to counter the Sombra, but Twitch on the Echo should be able to deal with the turret, but is not able to deal with Cryptic, and it's Miratani that's taken down by the turret. Quick 2 kills from the defense, and Titans Academy hold on.
Yeah, so we see the immediate recognition of what the Torbjorn is going to bring to this fight. So Twitch is going to go ahead and bring in the long-range spam of a Pharah to deal with the turret and see what they can get out of that as well. I mean, long-range poke, there's nothing really to deal with it. They don't have any kind of hit scan right now. So, I mean, you can get free reign in the sky from the Pharah. You just got to make sure that you deny the turret damage coming in from Lone Wolf's turret.
A little bit of a split attack as Miratoni and Upriser rotate around. In fact, most of the team coming through coast, and you're going to send the far up main. Twitch over the top, putting a lot of pressure down, while all of the heads of Titan Academy are turning, looking at that coast. Miratoni's going to dive up to the top, find a very low Lone Wolf, and he's going to take them down. Meanwhile, Upriser finds Uvial, and Miratoni is cleaned off this high ground. I mean, and the pillar of Titans Academy defense has been snapped in half, and they have nowhere to run. Death just caught back in this corner with, I mean, just no reprise, and that is going to do it. Phantasma pick up point A.
Yeah, and once again, it's the Pharah swap. The immediate recognition that they had to get some kind of long-range poke to deal with the turret. They recognized their win condition to win that first fight as they needed it. I mean, Deadeye online right now. Lone Wolf now swapping off the Torbjorn, bringing out the Southern Belle. I'm absolutely in favor of this. I think the Dynamite and from the Viper, we're going to be working in beautiful concert with each other. Valkyrie does come out, though, from Titans Academy. You might want to have that one back online. Nice juggle there from Miratani once again. And he's just going to go ham with this nano boost.
Yeah, Uvial tried to do the same, but did not have as much luck as Miratani nano boosted up. Full shock effect. Was able to go burn them down. And now with 4 minutes on the clock, Phantasma are camping the box of victory.
We're going to see Immortal have the rally to really beef up the team here. So, here's the top off that we're looking for coming from Rusty, getting that nano charge built up again. Upriser does lose the mech in the interim. And out comes the Graviton Surge. Not much work out of Swiggity. Drops the Deadeye, takes out Mercy. There's a 2-man barrage from Twitch.
That was in the back, able to find 2, and that's going to do it. Phantasma are going to stroll, and they're going to take a 2-0 lead in our grand finals. And so far are 100% in the driver's seat of this match. Some excellent coordination indeed. Things were looking a little bit dire when the D-Mech comes through. Upriser gets taken out of mech, which left for an open Graviton Surge. But the DPS just turned around, pick up the slack. They're able to hold them off with the Deadeye and then throw the barrage into the back line, and that is all she wrote. 2-0 lead for Phantasma.
Yeah, and the quick recognition that we saw come out there. I mean, just just Twitch recognizing immediately that the Echo was not going to work because of the Torbjorn. Because you have to get in. You almost have to play the Echo like a Genji. You have to choose your moments that you want to go in, right? You have to choose the moments that you go in with your primary fire, the sticky bombs, and then finish up with the focusing beam. Sure. You can't do that with the turret constantly beaming you down if you don't have a Mercy Pocket with you. So, man, that was a definite win condition that they recognized so quickly, Bull Skunk. I mean, it was lightning fast. They didn't care what kind of ult charge they had. They went in there to win the fight, and that was something that you don't see a lot in tier 3 and below. So that was very brainy coming out from Miratani and company.
Well, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll see if Titans Academy, on their second map pick of the night, can bring this thing back and get rid of that goose egg. Y'all don't go anywhere. We're going to return with some more grand finals here in the Tier 3 division. All right, apologies for that slight technical issue there, but we're the infatigable duo. We're not going anywhere. It's going to take more than a little DCN to stop us, as we are heading to map 3 of our Tier 3 Grand Finals. Phantasma Dryazm up 2-0 over Titans Academy with 2 very dominant maps, looking very much in their groove, Billy.
Yeah, I mean, that was pretty dominant. The 0.2 push. I mean, even taking down Upriser in the Diva mech, still surviving through the grab and being able to drop a Deadeye and then the backside 360 Pharah barrage. Yeah. You'll love to see it. You'll love to see it. And I mean, that's the support core. I mean, Rusty right now is just putting on a clinic with this Ana. The nanos are perfectly timed. The nades are perfectly timed and well seasoned with enough salt to take care of Titans Academy. So, I mean, they've got to figure out what is going on right now and how are they going to be able to face what Dryazm is pushing down their throats in quite an aggressive manner.
I mean, Titans Academy had a great win condition and get rid of the Diva. You've got your grab you can throw out there, but the DPS duo just countered beautifully. They were not to be outdone. And now, the Titans Academy, with their second map pick of the night, have chosen Hanamura. We're headed to beautiful Japan, and I love the look of this map.
Yeah, we both have our own strange and affinities for this map. But, looking at what we saw coming out from both teams DPS-wise, McCree has been kind of a steady diet for them. Do you bring the Genji back? Pharah can be a good defensive tool here. It can also be a good offensive tool for that matter, as we do see the teams stay in the same lanes here. So we will see Titans Academy come out here on the attack. Well, we'll see Dryazm coming out on the defense, and it looks like they're going to bring up. I haven't come up with a nickname for this one yet. The Rhine Orisa double shield variant. Twitch is going to bring out that Hanzo again that we saw to use very good effect on Li Zhang, and Swiggity locking in the legs. A little bit of a different backline right now. We're definitely playing for the immortality barrier and the inspire uptime. So, building up for that rally will be very important to keep both Upriser and Miratani up through the mid fight here.
Yeah, Twitch has done good work on that Genji today. Here in his home, perhaps a little estranged home, but still his home nevertheless. Uviel is gonna dive in right out of the gate. Look for a little bit of high ground, a little bit of room to work. It's Titans Academy. Just gonna rotate around to the back side. Looks like Cryptic going right up the main gate.
Yeah, not much to stop him right now. I mean, you've got the soldier trying to lock it in there, but I mean the spam damage coming in from Poke there is going to absolutely hold him in place. But he's giving enough of the pulse rifle to keep Cryptic in line, and Miratani with a beautiful takedown of the far. That's going to really give Swiggity a lot of room to move here.
UVO Author had some wonderfully placed bubbles, just kind of blocking the LOS on the soldier, which gave Cryptic some room to work, but just took too long for them to find the kills. Once the bubbles were broken, the sight lines were open, Miratani and Swiggity taking full effect.
Yep, and I mean, this is where, you really love to see the rotation coming in. Miratani is going to try and gatekeep this mega health pack to keep Cryptic off of that, so they can't get the burst healing that they need off of that mega pack there. I mean, you've got the mercy pocket, but if the spam is good enough, you can stay up through the mid fight.
Ooh, Uviel was in there looking for Swiggity, but found CJ Cool instead. You take those. Twitch has moved over to the Echo from the back and finds Cryptic with that as Death was getting rezzed in the back. The pocket was not there for Cryptic, and they suffer the effect. Now Swiggity with attack visor from the high ground is able to pick off Death for the second time in this fight. Twitch is there to help clean it up.
King Bowser getting the punch, the left hook on the Swiggy slide there. It takes it down in a heap, but the damage has already been done. The only thing that you really have on your side right now is the fact that your spawn is closer. So can they take advantage a little bit of this power play in the spawn differences right now? Cryptic 90% to the barrage. We're looking for that to come up huge in the next fight. But you do have the amp matrix available from Rusty, so they will be able to pour the damage in on top of the unwitting Farah's head.
Brady does make it back into the fight with the swift legs of the old man. The dad can still run and is there to keep Titans Academy at bay momentarily. But they're going to throw down the nano boost. Uvil's going in there. Oh, has the primal ready. Everybody by the edge as they backed out. That would have been a perfect opportunity, but the barrage still manages to pick up one. And Uviel is going to find 3 before it's all said and done. Titans Academy finding themselves with a point on the board.
Yeah, I mean, it took a little bit longer than what you would normally expect for a point A push, especially with what they were trying to run in there. The switches that came out from Titans Academy there, they bring the Hanzo and they bring the McCree. So now, you know, looking at compositions here, I mean, obviously Hitman's going to be looking for Twitch on this newly swapped Genji. He doesn't know that it's in there yet, but he's going to find out very quickly, and that flashbang is going to be all important to keep the Cyber Ninja out of their back line. Cryptic is going to be able to path nicely with the use of the Sonic Arrow.
Yep, going over to that Hanzo. Trying to land those tree trunks that he calls arrows up onto the Baptiste. Can't quite find the angle just yet. Meanwhile, back on the other high ground, the front line, the tanks are battling it out. And Uvil's going to drop the primal, get rid of the brig immediately as the Deadeye comes out from the far high ground. Uvil's able to find Upriser as well. Brig and the Reinhardt both out of the duel. It's going to make for easy pickings on this point. And here comes the progress. One tick already picked up as Uviel finds CJ Cool yet again. Swiggy on the high ground is going to drop the tack visor, but Uviel is right there to clean up. All over the place, exactly where they need to be. Here comes Uviel pouncing on Upriser. What a performance from the veteran on this Winston.
I mean, absolutely getting what he needs out of this. There goes the nano investment onto your carry right now. And the stall characters are not going to do enough work here. They're going to have a 2-minute 47-second time bank in completing point B. They just had the ultimates. They had the cooldowns really nicely cycled that they were able to get, you know, an ultimate here. Wait a couple seconds. Get another one into it. And they completely devalued the use of the Brigitte there. I mean, didn't even get the rally armor out onto the team. Their focus fire was so concentrated. Great work from Titans Academy there. And is this the turning point here for them? I mean, they're down 0-2 right now. They've got to get the foot on the accelerator, and boy, did they put it in the 5th gear there, Bullskunk. That was exactly what they needed to do to put a little bit of doubt into Dryazm's head. And now, you know, they're going to be on the defense here. They're going to have their pick and choose of what they want to do as far as the defense here.
Yeah, I think that's Phantasm's blood all over that sign right there. They just got absolutely ran over. Not a whole lot of changes going on in the defense. They're going to stick with Uviel on the Winston, Cryptic on the Hanzo, as they look to hold off Phantasm, Dryazm, and, well, try to see if they can get their first map point on the board.
Well, and Lone Wolf running the Diva the entirety of their attack phase, there was so much damage mitigation coming in. I think that they really recognized that Swiggity Slide was kind of a soft carry on that soldier, and they were absolutely diving him every chance that they had. So I think they recognized that the soldier had to go, and that defense matrix absolutely coming up in spades for Titans Academy there.
We're going to get a little bit of dive tank action coming out from Phantasm on their attack. Twitch sticking with the Genji. Gonna be brother v brother, just like in the cinematic. And to Hanamura as Miratani goes diving in, looking for high ground control. Vying with it with Uviel, but is kind of forced back a little bit, about half the health pool. Uviel does eventually jump back to point. And Cryptic's got to be careful. Found themselves a little bit in enemy territory there and gets hit with a Bionade. Rusty Mermaid continues to pour in the purples and picks up a kill with it that time. And the boom! Oh, what a play! Hitman finds themselves in the sights of Upriser and both DPS off the battlefield. Upriser's going to follow it up with a kill onto Uviel. And that is Phantasm picking up point A on their very first attack.
Yeah, and I mean, just coordination and individual skill, especially Upriser getting 4 in that fight. Absolutely huge. Once again, we were talking about the Ana so far today. Rusty Mermaid bringing out the Granny again and absolutely getting massive value with the Ana. So Cryptic, you know, right now you've got to figure out what your win condition is. Where is your pathing going to go? How are you going to get the most value out of this Hanzo? Because you're only on 38%, and I don't know what was going on with that. But for the attack, I mean, throw a Nano Monkey on the point and see what you can get out of it, because you don't have anything really to deal with it other than a Nano coming from death.
No one's got the Primal. Miratona's going to go diving in, clean off the high ground, pressure down onto death. There goes the Ana. Nano Boost is out onto Cryptic of all people. I don't know if that was intended to go to Uvial and just miss, or they're just trying to pour out as much damage as possible. But either way, the counter Nano is better, as it is the Winston on the other side. Miratoni juiced up, burning down death. And it is a quick batch of kills for Phantasm on this point. 33% already picked up as the Dragon Blade comes out from Twitch, holding them in their spawn, gatekeeping with a katana. Twitch, it finally does go down, but the res is available, and the progress continues to pour through, and the cap does eventually as well. 4 minutes and 2 seconds, and that's after a time reduction, Billy.
After a time reduction, that was absolutely lightning fast, and you hit the nail on the head. It was a better Nano that came out from Rusty. We see Death, you know, going off of the off tank roll and going into the healer roll, which I did not notice before. But I mean, seriously, the work that was being put in by Rusty, I mean, just the nades once again playing hell into what Titans Academy are trying to do here. I mean, if you lose your sustain, the focus fire coming from Miratani and Upriser, if that doesn't get you, then Swiggity Slide on that McCree from the far range is going to take you down as well. That Deadeye that took Lone Wolf out of mech was absolutely the nail in the coffin that sealed the fate of Point B for Hanamura. So, you know, we're going to be in overtime here, obviously. You do have 2 minutes, though, if you are Titans Academy. So you have time to do a couple things here. You have time to get your positioning right. You have time to get your pathing right. You have time to build up to ultimates as well.
Most important.
So that's the biggest thing right there, is that you're not going to have to, you know, throw yourself willy-nilly onto the point. You're going to be able to actually put some strategy into this and see what you can come out with. And, you know, the defense bringing out this Orisa Rhine double shield variant once again. Twitch is going to lock the legs, though.
I think they're prepping for a Symmetra strat. Just as positioning tells me right now that they're prepared for their teleports to the point. Like, they're not going to get caught off guard by anything. They're playing it safe, playing it real close to the chest on the defense.
Yep, and they are bringing out the Mercy again. So, damage boost for both Hitman and Cryptic. That's going to absolutely get them to their ultimates a little bit faster. Death, let's see if you can land some of these nades that Rusty has been landing all day, as we see the Brig and the Baptiste again. So definitely really looking to keep the sustain up through the fight.
This very safe positioning has allowed room for Titans Academy just to kind of move in and pick up whatever positioning they want surrounding the objective. As Hitman continues to pour fire in from that high ground. And finally, Titans Academy makes their move. They're, like you say, big Bionade over the top, but Uvial goes down. Miratoni's able to find not 1, but 2 kills on the Orisa. As Death throws another big Bionade in, but now they're forced to reset.
Yep, and it's definitely the positioning of CJ Cool and Rusty right now. They kited back from the damage that came in from that Bionade, and they were able to just kind of peek around the corner and make sure that they kept their members of the team up. So beautiful recognition of the anti coming in, getting out of the way, making sure they weren't focused down. And now, you know, you've got Amp Matrix online. You've got 35 seconds to go into this. You've got the Supercharger, still a very powerful ultimate for them to deny damage coming in.
Last chance for Titans Academy to put a point on the board for this attack. See if they can give themselves a win condition. Best they can hope for is a draw otherwise. Nano boost ready to go. Hitman finds opening blood. Takes Twitch out as the nano is thrown onto Uvial. Uvial makes his way onto the point, trying to dislodge these 2 big, brawly, burly tanks. But they lose death along the way. Hitman's going to throw in the Deadeye from the front door, but there's no targets to be found as Miratoni picks up 2 yet again. The Supercharger out. 50% extra damage for this defense, and they are putting down the hurt. They are not going to give up an inch, and they will hold on. The best Titans Academy can hope for is that draw on Hanamura.
Boy, DPS diff right now. Also healer diff. I mean, you know, Cryptic wasn't landing those one-shot kills that you need from the Hanzo. The double shielding, which the rotations of the shields between Miratani and Upriser, absolutely stellar from both of them. The positioning of the supports as well, never peeking their head out there for either Hitman or Cryptic to be able to poke them out, and get that +1 advantage and take half of that sustain out. So win condition set, 4 minutes, more than you started with, to get 33%.
It's going to be a Herculean task indeed for Titan Academy on the defense. Less Phantasma Dryazm goes up to championship point after only map 3. 4 minutes for the full hold, and they're bringing the Junkrat and the Echo to do it.
Yeah, I mean, spam damage reigns supreme, and especially if you're going to run the Ryan Diva, which they're flashing right now at us. One singular shield, Cryptic can burn that down and start to get the work done on the rest of the team, but Upriser will still be able to mitigate some of that damage coming in. I like Death on the... I mean, Death was getting some massive anti-nades in their attack phase, so let's see if they can counter this up again, maybe get a quick nano and really stop the aggression getting. But, I mean, you've got probably 2.5, maybe 3 ult rotation cycles if they play their cards right, if they need that long.
Tanks are just sitting right behind the first house. Let's see how Phantasma chooses to approach. They're just going to send Upriser and Aggressive, use that DEM to try to create some space through the open rock desert or rock garden, and then just going to make their way onto the point. So far, minimal resistance. Upriser's not able to eat that bio nade, and Swiggity and Upriser are both purple, but they fall behind the safety of the shield, and there's already progress coming through. Titans Academy, you can't give up very much space. You don't have the time. You don't have the ticks to give away. And knowing it, they're going to move in, try to hide behind Bell, but they can't get close to this Reinhardt Billy. They've got to deal with this big tank, and they do! Cryptic is able to land the nades in. Hitman's able to get the shots down. They recognize their win condition, and they eliminate Miratani beautifully, finding that opening kill that makes the rest of the defense easy peasy.
Miratani couldn't get out. He got trapped on the side of the stairs there. And they couldn't get the Inspire healing on top of him fast enough, and he takes a flan right in the face. You're gonna have Deadeye on for this next fight. Almost 5 ultimates almost for the defense. However, you can counter. You can counter with a Deadeye of your own, and Twitch has swapped over to the Doomfist. So let's see what kind of work he can get done with this.
Yeah, it's pretty much egg on the face as both nano boosts come in. That Deadeye is going to come out in the back over the dueling juiced up tanks. Yuviel trying to burn down and does find the kill with a little help from their teammates from Lone Wolf. They're able to burn down that support line and hang on. Almost half the time already eaten down off of this clock for Titans Academy.
Nano is off the board though, and I think that was going to be one that really could set them apart, and really, not only the damage mitigate or the damage resistance that the Nano brings to you, but also just the extra damage that comes out, especially if you're going to throw it on Yuviel. So we'll see what they can bring here now. Uprise is going to have a self-destruct. That is going to be win condition 1. Get the bubble out, and then you got a free bubble or a free self-destruct coming in.
Well, they're going to use the self-destruct to get the bubble out, and now it's free Shatter time. Shatter comes down, finds 2. That's going to hit Yuviel. Lone Wolf stunned up as well, not able to block all of that damage. Tire out from Cryptic. Looking for the backline, but can't quite find it. Rally up as Twitch is looking very low, a little worse for wear. Swiggety's gonna have to pick up the slack from the damage department as Upriser falls as well. Hitman slept out of their Deadeye. I believe they're second of this fight as the self-destruct coming in, but Miratani has already found both supports. Turn around and flashes the shield and blocks the damage from this self-destruct, and progress is starting to come through. Yuviel is gonna throw down the Primal Rage, use that 1,000 health, that 900 health rather, to try and hold off this point. But it's looking very difficult. Cryptic's gonna fall. Yuviel's gonna fall. And that is gonna do it. Phantasma has won their 3rd map in a row. They are on championship point for the Tier 3 Grand Finals.
So, I mean, let's give credit where credit's due. Titan put a hell of a defense up there. I just think that the stack that the later fights came in, they were basically just stacking their ultimates ready to go, and it took a couple of hero moves though, coming out of Phantasma there to be able to secure the point, because Hitman was starting to really pop off on that McCree, and I thought Yuviel with the nano once again was going to be able to clear it off, but man, Upriser with the peel again, and the assassination of Yuviel spelt the end for them. So 3-0 now to Phantasma Dryazm, and they are indeed looking at championship point. They can taste that trophy in their mouths right now. And if you're Titans Academy, you have got to come out and really take it to them here as we head into our assault map, which is going to be Rialto.
Escort map.
Oh, escort map. Sorry. Escort. Yeah. Blah.
Yeah, Rialto, fan favorite. Everybody loves this map. A lot of big sight lines. I think might see a change in composition. This also could be a really good spot to bring out to the Rhino Riesel once again.
I mean, indeed, especially, I mean, I love the fact of how they were positioning it. Upriser playing the Reinhardt and Mirtani playing my beloved donkey horse, especially in defense. Defense, you can have the mobility of a Reinhardt shield with the static, staunch stolidness of the Orisa with the static shield and the fortify. You're looking for, obviously, if you can get it, the environmental kills. Do we see Lucio come out here for speed and boop ability as well? We've seen the Pharah come out from both teams as well. So that could also be on the table here. It just depends on how you want to address this map. Are you going to go for poke? Are you going to go for, sniper comps? I mean, sniper comps obviously can work here as well. If you're running into a double shield, though, that might be an issue for Titans Academy. But we'll see what they bring out here. I think that they have shown moments of brilliance. The 3-0 score right now, other than Numbani. Well, no, I can't say that because the control was one-sided. I mean, they showed signs of life. Then I'll put it that way. They showed signs of life there on Hanamura.
That was definitely the best map for Titans Academy.
Yeah, definitely the best map so far. I'm trying to be the positive one here.
No, I agree. I agree with you. I think they were starting to get it together.
Yeah. So, we'll see what they bring out here, and it's going to be the same thing here, Bull Skunk. We're going to see Dryazm on the defense. They want to know what condition they have to meet to win. And they're going to set up their double shield. You called it. So we're going to have that available to you. There is 1, 2, 3, 4 possibilities of taking a swim in the waters of Rialto here via a charge or a boop through a charge. The halt, obviously, you can get a punch off with Twitch on this Doomfist, and then of course this flail and shield bash of CJ. 4 different ways to get knocked off into the water, and right now their heads for Titans Academy has to be on a swivel.
That's a lot of CC, Billy. That's a lot of CC. Especially for Hitman to have to consider on the Tracer, as they're dashing all the way across. Going to look to secure the high ground, but playing very conservatively once again. Phantasma are just going to sit back in courtyard and wait for the incoming damage. They're going to plant their flag, draw the line, and not allow anybody around this corner.
Yep, and I'm liking the positioning right now of Swiggity in the back. He is he's going to be the call out for the Tracer coming into the back line as we see Baptiste go very low.
Twitch right there with the peel, keeping the Tracer at bay. Doesn't allow Rusty Mermaid to go down. They're able to use that regen burst and top off, but Twitch is now one looking very low. Receives a heal pack, but it's not enough to keep him alive. Death is going to find that final blow. Nice shot from some distance. Yul goes down. Miratani on this Orisa has been just pinpoint accurate with this cannon. It's absolutely game-changing, Billy.
Yeah, the Fusion Driver is a beautiful ultimate. There's the
point and case.
What a what? That happened a lot faster than even my eyes could process there. But I mean, Pulse Bomb, what a shield flash from Upriser there to get the shield around there and block the damage coming in from the Pulse Bomb. And now 4 ultimates ready to come up. I mean, Supercharger can come out at will. Uvil's gonna have to watch himself in the back though.
Yeah, Supercharger and Shatter out on the front line as Evil is trying to batter the back line. It's a race to see who can kill who supports first. All the equipment's taken down, and it's the high noon from Swiggity that's going to take down Evil Author. Follows it up with the D-Mac on the Lone Wolf as both tanks fall under Swiggity's Peacekeeper.
Oh, man, what tracking from Swiggity right now. Just getting a lot of value with this Peacekeeper and really keeping Death at range as we see another swap there for Death going into whatever role they feel like they need to go into. And Hitman is just running through the defense and trying to get position here. 53% to another Pulse Bomb. Death, where are you going?
Just going to go grab some high ground. They've got this Deadeye ready to go. Hopefully they can... They're hoping to get that in above the shields, but they got to try to deal with this Doomfist first. Rally out from the defense, and it's Swiggity. It's the McCree in blue who is finding their goods. 308 health on this McCree. That is a thick McCree right there, Billy. And they're landing shots to boot. Upriser finding a pair to help close things off.
Call him Thickcree from now on. And I mean, I'm loving what I'm seeing here. Upriser taking quite a bit of damage. That's just going to be ult charge for the supports. So, if you are Titans Academy right now, you have got to get Death into a position where he can drop this Deadeye to maximum effect. I'm not sure how they do that with the rotations that we're seeing. Twitch is just Mr. Flit around, and he can't get any kind of good positioning on it.
Rally out from Titans Academy to try to push in. Now we're getting Swady trying to fire through the Ant Matrix, and he's going to take down Uvial with it. As Titans Academy, get taken down, 2 of them at least, by the Deadeye from the other side. Death is going to follow up with a third. And it looks like the tank swap, trying to mirror the front line that Phantasma is bringing, has worked for Titans Academy. As they're finally able to get around the first corner, the first hurdle, that is Rialto's courtyard.
Well, it's a full mirror now. I mean, we're looking at the same compositions across both sides, but there's going to be time for a contest here. And you do have Miratani's Supercharger ready to go. Lone Wolf has one of their own. Will they be able to get in here and take it to them?
Ant Matrix at the right point blank, and Uvial's going to throw a fire strike through it. Supercharger out from the defense, but they're already down 2, make that 3. As Uvial is able to land another 200-point fire strike. Hitman closing in. And cleaning up, finding those last 2 kills.
Yeah, I mean, beautiful work there. I mean, sometimes you just have to mirror what they're bringing in against you, and that's exactly what they did. And they're getting the better value out of it. I mean, rotations of defense right now is what is the difference between them holding first point there and not holding first point. And now we see Twitch swapping over to the Genji. We saw the value coming out from them earlier. Rally available to Dryazm right now. They have that available to them to get their armor up nice and happy, but we'll see what Upriser can do with this Shatter.
Titans Academy very close to a rally of their own. Is the throw down the Meteor Strike, not getting a whole lot with that. Tony's going to drop down, throw down the Shatter, but that one gets blocked. Now the Shatter from the other side lands on a couple, but the follow-up's not quite there. 2 shields is too much for Titans Academy to get through, as Rusty Mermaid Man is able to take down Hitman. That's what you like to see from your Baptiste. They're taking care of the biggest threat, as both Reinhardt are going to go for a swim into the canals of Rialto.
Yep, and I mean, here's where they hold at L'Angolo della Morte. I heard you guys saying, I heard other cats are saying, I wish Billy could say the Quarter of Death here for us, because I love how it sounds. There you go, chat. There you go, Joker especially. It's L'Angolo della Morte. The Corner of Death, and coming up into this next fight, Immortal does have the rally, so you're going to beef up as you come around this corner, but Swiggity, depending on where the positioning comes from, the Cowboy here, you could absolutely decimate them with a well-placed Deadeye.
Rally for Titans Academy could be the difference maker, as they're going to push out. It's a big advantage with not a whole lot on the other side, but they're still struggling to make it out of this door. It's given Twitch enough time to build up the rest of this Dragon Blade. Well, Phantasma's just going to drop down. They're going to throw down the Shatter. They're going to find 2 with that. 2 shields takes him. Neither of them had a shield up. Shatter goes through. Rusty Mermaid Man able to get the final blows on both after Upriser beats them to a pulp with that giant hammer.
Yeah, I mean, the Ant Matrix didn't hurt either. So, I mean, they got a lot of value through that fight there as we close in on 10 seconds left in this map. Shatter and Ant Matrix ready to go, but you've got Blade and Deadeye to deal with, as well as the Supercharger. They've got to go now. They've got 4 seconds to contest the point.
I think you've got to save Shatter for the Dragon Blade. No, they're just going to use it early, and Twitch is going to go in and try to disrupt. Cuts through the Immortality Field. Oh, it gets 2 supports with 1 swipe. Miratani's going to take down Death before they can pull the trigger on the Deadeye. And Phantasma look like the giant Titans, as they are the attack on Titans Academy right now.
Well, I mean, that kind of looked like Shinigami there.
Yeah.
If I'm correct.
Thank you. Picking up my weeb references. I like it. I appreciate it, Bill.
He is one of my favorite animes. Don't you start going in there. I'll go all Eren Yeager on you and stuff with the Founding Titan. But anyways, that being said, I mean, wow. They had a wonderful hold. Once Titans Academy realized that they had to go to the mirror, they started pushing back. So what happens then? Twitch goes over to the Genji. You've got the deflect coming in from the spam that's coming in from Hitman. I mean, just the rotations that you're seeing all night. I mean, Twitch and Swiggity are very comfortable switching to whatever they need to do to make sure that they win. And I think that's something that a lot of teams just, they get stubborn. They want to run what they want to run. And then when it's time to switch, they don't do it. And I mean, we saw it happen for Titans Academy too. Once they realized that they had to mirror the Doomfist of Twitch, that's when the tides really turned for them. They were able to get a lot of positive forward motion going for their attack, but it took them just a little bit too long. And I think that might have bit them in the butt going through point B, especially when you saw Miratani and Upriser holding that high ground, not allowing the pressure to come in. That's where I think they lost it. And I mean, they're going to have their hands full holding off this potent attack of Dryazm right now.
Just escort cart right up Main Street. We've seen this very conservative approach time and time again, and it works so well with these two bulky tanks. It just makes it so difficult. And you were talking about teams not swapping. I mean, sometimes it can be hard to determine whether it's execution or if it's a composition fault. And the recognition from Phantasma to know the difference and to be able to identify that quickly has put them at a 3-0 lead and are now on championship point. Looking to close it out here with this attack on Rialto.
Yep, and Hitman right now, 52% to a duplicate already, getting absolute massive value on this Echo right now. Swiggity has got to make that their focus, or Twitch, for that matter.
Quick nano boost, about 45 seconds, and Uprising's going forward with the shatter, comes through, only finds one, nice gold, as Lone Wolf is able to use that fortify. The counter shatter interrupted, halted, slapped, no value from Yu-Gi-Oh on that, and Titans Academy are on their back foot and are looking for safety, but they only have a Baptiste to support these two tanks as Hitman returns with the Echo to try to make this last stand on the back of the point under the archway. They're going to use that immortality field to do so. Miratani awfully close to this supercharger. Could be the difference maker, but an early kill onto Twitch is going to reduce their chances of pushing this through. Lone Wolf coming up on a supercharger of their own as the attack starts to come across, and they go shield to shield, hammer to hammer. Upriser winning that fight, and it's the supercharger out from Phantasma first. Immortal is going to throw down that Transcendence, and a Supercharger comes through from the defense, as does the duplicate onto an Orisa. There's two tanks on the battlefield there for the defense.
Oh, what a halt there coming out of Miratani, just absolutely crushing them. And now the duplicate, Orisa coming out for Hitman. Just no value right there. Twitch is just getting an ultimate value through there, and that is a huge nano going through!
Yeah, that was a halt into that, and Upriser just cleaning up, just smashing those nails. Thunk, thunk, thunk. Upriser claiming victims.
Yeah, and here's the sad part going through this next fight. I mean, they're going to have to hold this high ground going into a Dragon Blade, going into a rally, and that could absolutely spell death. King Bowser's going to have to hold this immortality barrier as long as they can. Nice rotation from Hitman, though, to get these sticky bombs in onto the tank line.
I like it. It's going to help build up a little bit more towards that duplicate. It's going to force them to turn their heads a little bit. Phantasma thought about pushing out, but Titans Academy challenged him at just the right time, keep him in check for the moment. But now the rally is out from the attacking Phantasma, and they're going to try to push forward with that. An Ant Matrix from the other side could stop him in their tracks, and the Shatter is going to get blocked. So far, so good from the defense as they respond to the Shatter of their own. They're able to take Swiggity out with that. They find the kill onto Rusty Mermaid as well, and with the cart dangerously close to the victory of this grand finals, Titans Academy will send Phantasma back to spawn.
Yeah, they got burned down there, and the rotation just wasn't fast enough. Right now, Hitman is just absolutely giving them fits with this Echo, the mobility, and the escapability. They are not able to confirm any kind of kills, and those sticky bombs are starting to really come to bear on them. But you have definite weapons to get around the corner here. You're just waiting. You're waiting if you're Miratani. You're waiting with that Holt right now to see if you can pull anybody out. Pull them into this Dragon Blade that is online. I think they're waiting for Rusty to get this nano up so they can just go ahead and claim instant victory.
I mean, you can use Supercharger to do it. But, I mean, on the other side, the worst thing Immortal could do is get that Transcendence forced out before they really need it for either the Nano Blade or the Super Blade. Duplicate out from Hitman onto the Orisa as the Supercharger comes out immediately. It's Uprising receiving the Nano Boost and charging forward with the Shatter, throwing it down and picking up one. Supercharger out from the other side isn't going to be enough. On the back foot, they can't back up too far. This cart's just going to roll on in. Phantasma has managed to clean out all the way back. The Blade had picked up two. Swiggity got one with the Deadeye, and this is really dangerous. Titans Academy are now staring down the barrel of an 0-4 loss.
Oh boy. Spawn differential definitely in the favor of the defense right now. You've got Death going on a flank here. He's going to get the stun out there. Miratani is low. What a focusing beam from Hitman. You've got to pull it together there. The supports are back for Titans Academy. Can you hold through this last minute and 40 seconds?
Oh, key kills from Yuvul Author onto both tanks. And they're not done just yet. Titans Academy not going down without a fight. They will force Phantasma to take another stab at this thing with a $1.25 left on the clock.
Rally up. Shatter. Not too far behind. Hitman is going to have another duplicate here to really hold them off, because you see Immortal had to swap over to the Lucio so you don't have the Discord Orb anymore. That's a massive swap for them that they've gotten this Zenyatta off of. So they don't have that extra damage ability to come in there. My goodness. Rusty, if you get another nano here in the next 30 seconds, you win this, you take the championship.
It's going to be the rally to start things off. Uprising with yet another Shatter. Big
purple.
Bionate over the top. Two of them are purple. Another Ant Matrix out. Similar start to the previous, but Upriser finds a key crucial kill. No more Immortality Field as Hitman is going to duplicate the Reinhardt this time around. A pair of them on the battlefield, but they're not getting aggressive with it. They're sitting back. The Shatter comes through. The Shatter hits a pair as CJ Cool and Upriser do go down. And Twitch dives into the back line. 82% towards that blade. CJ Cool is down. The Brig is gone. 19 seconds on the clock. It's now or never for this defense. Can they hold on? They got to survive Twitch's blade first. Going through. He's going to slice up King Bowser. Finds the kill on Immortal as well. Oh no. Twitch with Supercharger at their back is able to find two, find three. And that is going to do it. Phantasma, Dryazm have cleaned the clocks of Titans Academy in a 4-0 sweep, claiming the T3 crown for their own, winning these grand finals. They are your champions.
Oh my God. The fire strike that took King Bowser out was the absolute nail in the coffin. It gave them every bit of right to throw that Dragon Blade into the fight, and boy did Twitch not disappoint with it. Taking two out, getting one with the dash reset, and then the reflect kill onto Hitman. Woo! I mean, they had it within, what, 20.2 meters? And they were holding, and then the blade came out, and it was Dunsky. It was Dunsky, you're done, bye-bye, see you later, no more.
The
bye-bye.
blade comes out with 15 seconds left on the clock, but I mean, I think you hit one of the biggest win conditions spot on, killing King Bowser. First thing in that fight. Bowser did manage to get the window out, the amplification matrix was on the table, but the immortality field was not there for the blade, and the blade was able to cleave through the other support. That was a heck of a final fight. That was a heck of a series, Billy. Like, holy cow. The last two maps, Titans Academy really seemed to find their rhythm. They started to find the answer, but they didn't complete the puzzle. And Phantasma, tip of the hat to them. Your grand champions for Tier 3 in fall 2020.
Oh, boy. Now comes the real difficult part. Bull Scott, who's the MVP?
Oh, man, that is a tough one. For me, it's a toss-up between Miratani and Rusty Mermaid Man.
Rusty.
I'm on board with that. I'm on board with that.
I think Rusty is the reason why they won.
Yeah.
I mean, not only with the Ana, with stellar Ana play, but also Baptiste that they brought out as well. The immortality barriers were huge. The placement of the amplification matrix were huge. The ability to hold that regenerative burst when the tanks were absolutely flagging and that immortality barrier was down, keeping them up, and in those very desperate times, I think Rusty just barely edges out Miratani there, because Miratani played a wonderful Ryan, played a wonderful Orisa, but I think the support, for once, for me, is your MVP.
Oh, man. What a way to cap the season. What a beautiful finals match. These two teams, both number one in their divisions, clashing here today. But it was almost over too fast, Billy. Like, I want more. But, I mean, round of applause. Huge congrats to Phantasma for a well-executed finals. I mean, just absolutely astounding. What a sight to behold. Congratulations to the entire team. Congratulations to Rusty Mermaid Man as our finals MVP. I mean, I don't even know what more to say than that. I mean, just awesome.
And well done to Titans as well. Titans, you guys put up a hell of a fight too, and really barreling your way through the playoffs. Man, I mean, this is a great culmination to a great season here in multi-tier tournament season 8, and as we said before, Phantasma Dryazm are your Tier 3 Xbox NA Grand Champions. Congratulations to you guys. Very well deserved, Miratani and company. Please go celebrate. Throw it all over Twitter now.
Well, this finals may be done, but we still have plenty of action left for you in finals week. We've got T4 through 6 remaining ready to go in the EU. That'll be between 2 and 3 Eastern, we kind of play that a little bit by ear. Your NA matches, Tier 4 through 6 is still left to be streamed. Will be at 8 Eastern over the next 3 days. So I hope to see you all then. Thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight. Big round of applause to our teams. Big thank you to our teams for participating and for being so wholesome. Like, these were two very respectful teams. I mean, we talked to them after the match had been played, and you could tell they just treated each other with the utmost of respect and sportsmanship, and that's so crucial. I mean, like, I can't say it enough. We're all here for the love of the same game, and it's the relationships that we build with each other. It's way more important than any championship win, although that championship win has got to feel good, Phantasma. It's got to feel good.
Yep, and I mean, just the wholesomeness and the respect. That's what we're all about here. So I just hats off to both the captains, King Bowser and Miratani. Thank you guys so much for being awesome sports. And go celebrate your win. Titans, we'll see you back next year. I have good feelings about you guys coming back next season.
Yeah, we'll be keeping a sharp eye out for you. Come, I guess multi-tier 9. We're in 8, right? So,
yeah, we're in 8 right now.
Oh man. All right. Well, thank y'all very much for hanging out with us. It's been an absolute blast. Big shout out, Billy. Always a pleasure casting with you. I love it every time we get to do this. Had so much fun. I hope y'all enjoyed it as well. So until we see you again, look out for each other in game and out, please. And we'll be back here tomorrow for more multi-tier tournament.
Bye, guys. Love y'all.